Tonight, Governor Ron DeSantis praising Florida as, quote, a great place for democracy, while barring all media, all of the free press, except Fox, to the signing ceremony for a voting bill.
The Republican-controlled Florida state legislature recently passed a bill that would create a special elections force meant to monitor state elections at the behest of Governor Ron DeSantis. The bill would establish an Office of Election Crimes and Security within the Department of State, which is overseen by DeSantis. The 25-person office would allow DeSantis to appoint 10 police officers to investigate supposed election crimes, even though there's been no evidence to suggest that voter fraud happens at any type of significant scale within this country. As we know, on our 2020 elections that just happened where Donald Trump lost by over 7 million votes, we had the most secure elections in history. And even more, this bill not only creates a special election task force to arbitrarily create voter crimes that don't exist, it also will make it a felony for people to drop off. Let's say you have a sick grandma or a sick aunt. It would be a felony for you to drop off their ballot at a drop-off location. They have to actually physically go there themselves. So this is another example of the Republican Party grossly intimidating people from voting and actually making it illegal for certain people in certain communities with certain financial standings to do it in any type of easy way. Now, when it comes to polling, Ron DeSantis is the second most popular Republican in the entire GOP behind Donald Trump. Now, he's dozens of points underneath Donald Trump, but he's young. In the world of politics, Ron DeSantis is very young. He's a governor of Florida. He's very popular within the GOP. And he knows what he's doing in terms of keeping the base hot on him. And he absolutely has a strong path forward. You know, he has a path straight into the Senate if he ever wants to run, at any point. Obviously the House too, but he could go straight to the Senate, being the governor. And he has a very good shot at becoming president of the United States at some point. Not in 2024 because Trump still owns the party. But Ron DeSantis is the rising star, the rising person in the Republican Party. And, him using Florida as a testing ground is something that we have to keep our eyes on. Quote from Walter Schaub, senior ethics fellow for the Project on Government Oversight, recently said on Twitter, "The governor's personal goon force will exist to do only one thing, intimidate black voters. It's also going to be a felony to take your sick grandma's ballot to a drop-off box for her, unless you strap her in a cart and wheel her down there with you." And, going on to that felony that I just mentioned, it would come with a hefty fine of $50,000 and up to 5 years in prison for making someone's vote count. And in absolutely no way, again, there's no argument for this. And many of the people who are on board with it, they won't even argue against it. They don't want certain people voting because they think that your vote doesn't count, because they think that somehow you're mooching off of the community. Somehow you're taking the tax dollars. Somehow you just simply aren't worth it. But there's really no hiding, which goes back to what I talk about in almost every video that I talk about the GOP in, is this won't stop. This will only get worse. The Republican Party has nowhere else to go. Expect more. We have to get active, not just in 2022 and 2024, but every single day we got to get in the streets in our communities and give back and do our best, because the Republican Party is coming, and they are coming in hot.